Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move to Game 2 this afternoon between your ICC Indians and the visiting Shelton State Bucks. ICC drops a heartbreaker in Game 1, allowing 5 runs in the top of the 7th to lose that game 6-4. This is Michael Upton, joined by Coach Andy Kirk in the ICC Alumni and Foundation broadcast booth. Coach, your thoughts on Game 1 and how you prepare your team mentally to move into Game 2?
Yeah, it's kind of like we talked about keys to victory there in Game 1 was not let the other team put up that crooked number, make sure we pitched it well and played good defense. And we did well all the way to the last inning and give up 5 runs in the top of the 5th. That was a heartbreaker there, but it's a learning moment. And, you know, you got to turn the page. This game counts just as much as the first game, and this is something that they need to learn as we head into conference play here.
This will be Lizzie Meeks, number 35, in the circle for ICC. She'll be facing Layla Bradshaw, leadoff batter here. Bradshaw went 2 for 4 in the first game with a single and a 2 RBI double. She looks at strike 1 on the outside corner.
Lizzie comes in with a 1.18 ERA. She's 6-0 on the season. She has 35 innings pitched with 44 strikeouts and only 8 base on balls.
Part of that dynamic 1-2 punch for ICC. That one chopped up. Goodman behind the plate here in Game 2 makes a nice play, but that is called foul. So a quick 0-2 count to Bradshaw, the leadoff batter here for the Bucks.
Yeah, Bradshaw was a spark plug there. That big double she hit in the 7th inning was huge, those 2 RBIs.
So Meeks looks in, ready to deliver the 0-2 pitch to Bradshaw. She makes contact, runs it to second. Duhan over to Marlar for the first out. 4-3.
Great start there for the Indians, attacking that ball, getting rid of it. We know Meeks can rack up some strikeouts, but she's also can throw some ground balls and get outs a different way. She's 5th in ERA in the MACC and 2nd in wins.
This brings up Anna Valentine, the right fielder. She was 1 for 3, but had a walk and a run scored in Game 1.
Yeah, she had some battles at the plate, too.
Looks at pitch on the inside corner. Strike 1 to Bradshaw.
Meeks also comes in 2nd in the conference with those 44 strikeouts. She is in 2nd in wins. Just what we said, you know, conference play, you're going to play double hitters all year. You got to come back out in Game 2 and usually win the first inning is what you're trying to do.
That pitch going the opposite way, catches the outside corner, and quickly gets ahead of Valentine, 0-2.
The other thing you have is you have a different umpire behind the plate. The one who was in the field is now moved behind the plate, and they're going to have a different strike zone. It doesn't matter who they are. All umpires are different on what they're going to give each pitcher.
So the 0-2 pitch to Valentine. She swings and misses a pitch on the outside, and that's your very first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Lizzie Meeks.
Big strikeout for Meeks because just as we talked about in the first game, anytime you can have Mitchell come up to the plate with nobody on base is big because she was hot there towards the end of Game 1.
Yes, here comes trouble. Chloe Mitchell playing first base. Did a lot of damage for Shelton in the Game 1. That ball high and inside for ball 1. Mitchell went 2 for 4, and nothing more damaging than that big 3-run home run in the 7th. So she had a total of 4 RBI on the day.
She sure did. A hard double over center field. A great play by Dossie. A long ball hit to right center field, and then the home run all the way down the right field line.
That pitch on that inside corner. So Meeks working effectively to where this home plate umpire in Game 2 likes the corners. She evens the count now to Mitchell, 1 ball and 1 strike.
She's got to pound that strike zone. Nobody on base. She hits a solo home run. She does, but I see we're working her inside pretty good right now.
That pitch low and away.
By the time you say that, she goes back with a curveball low and away. But she has hit, like we said, a hard line drive over center field, hard right center, and then one all the way down the right field line for a home run. So looking center field away. So let's see if we can make her pull the ball.
The 2-1 pitch to Mitchell. She makes contact, flies it out to right. Diving effort there in right field by Partlow, but she can't get to it. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. Mitchell turning to 3 easy. They're going to try to third base coach pointing at her, but holds her up with a stand-up triple. And that is the leadoff start in the first inning that Shelton wanted, that ICC wanted to avoid out of that power hitter.
Great effort out in right field by Partlow. Looked like she slipped just a little bit, getting a jump on that ball. That ball hit right at you. It's one of the hardest ones to field, and I think if she had to do over, she'd try to keep that ball in front, just hold her to single. But now Meeks got to get out of this. We're running at third with 2 outs. Just get off the field.
Brings up Ty Williams, the second baseman for the Bucks. She looks at one on the inside, too far inside, ball 1. Williams was 0 for 4 in the first game, a strikeout, a foul out, and a pair of ground outs to third base. So 2 outs and a runner threatening on third base. 1-0 pitch to Williams. That one on the outside corner, but too far away. Runs at 2-0. No score here in the top of the first in game 2. Shelton threatening early with a runner on third, but 2 outs. 2-0 pitch from Meeks. On the inside corner, catches the umpire's liking for strike 1.
ICC's defense is set up just like it was in game 1, just a couple of changes. You got Fields in left, Dawsey in center, Partlow in right, Shands at third, Snell, Dutton in the middle. Marler do have a new pitcher here with Meeks, and then we have a new catcher with Goodman.
2-1 pitch. Outside, but drifts too high and away. Runs a count 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs here to Ty Williams.
Hitters count right here. Meeks trying to make that good pitcher's pitch. Defense got to be ready to play and try to get this third out and get out of this first inning.
3-1 pitch with 2 outs. That one in there for a strike right at the letters. So runs the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first. Shelton trying to score early with a 2-out triple from Mitchell. Williams seeing if she can drive her home and get Shelton on the scoreboard early. Meeks to deliver the full count pitch. She makes contact, cuts it back into the netting. Will stay at the count at full.
Great battles we've seen all day between 2 really good teams right here. They're getting after each other, and just what you expect. We saw it all game 1. We're going to see it all game 2. 2 good pitchers in the circle and 2 good lineups. It's going to go a long way this season, both teams in their conferences.
We go again at the full count. That one low in the dirt. First base on ball of the afternoon issued by Meeks. Puts 2 on and 2 out for Shelton as they threaten here in the first. Runners at first and third with 2 outs. This will bring up Layla Watkins. She's the left fielder.
First and third, 2 outs. Got to watch for a steal stop situation right here, seeing if they can steal a run.
She shows bunt. Unable to get that down there, but the ball stays high for ball 1.
See that in a lot of good teams. They got runners, but making our defense move all over the field right there with a fake steal and a fake bunt.
Mm-hmm. Watkins 2 for 4 in the first game with a pair of singles and a pair of strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch right up the corner. Evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike here.
Good job by Meeks just coming back in, firing strikes. Put the pressure on the hitters.
The 1-1 pitch to Watkins. She makes contacts past the diving first baseman Marler into right field. They're going to send a runner to third. Not going to get her in time. And then Watkins will advance to second on the throw. So that's a 2-out RBI single for Watkins.
Big RBI. Like we said, that's a golden hit. Gets a run in. Learning moment there. Coach Owens on the throw to, the runner was going first to third anyway. She's going to get there, but we tried to throw to third. That allowed Watkins to go ahead and reach second base on that throw. So now they got 2 runners in scoring position, which can lead to that crooked number that we're trying to avoid as one of our keys to victory here in game 2, just like it was in game 1.
Absolutely. That'll bring Wilbanks, the second baseman, to the plate. Number 16, Megan Wilbanks. She was 1 for 4 in the first game. She had a double, a line out, a fly out, and a ground out. First and third situation for Shelton with 2 outs, looking to add to their early 1-0 lead. That one stays a little high, ball 1.
Like we said, just got to play fundamental defense, kind of hold that first hit to a single instead of a triple. Then you got to walk another hit. You probably just got bases loaded right here with no runs in instead of 2 runners in scoring position. And
makes contact towards second base. Duhan gloves, throws to Marler at first, erases the threat, but not before Shelton can push 1 across to take the early 1-0 lead. We'll stay here and give you your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups. Coach, let's start with the lineup for Shelton State here in Game 2.
All right, for Shelton State, they come out in Game 2 for Coach Griffin. They'll have number 12, Layla Bradshaw, playing center field. Number 10, Anna Valentine, the DP. 55, Chloe Mitchell, playing first base. Number 2, Ty Williams, playing second base. Number 7, Layla Watkins, playing left field. Number 16, Megan Wilbanks, playing second base. They have 2 playing second base on their lineup card. We're just going by what it is what we got.
They sure do.
Number 1, Marley McWilliams, pitcher. Number 19, Reagan Landrum, the catcher. And number 3, Ari Shorter, the right fielder. And number 8, Megan Overton, shortstop, the flex position, playing defense.
All right, that's your visiting lineup. Now, for your Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works ICC lineup. ICC and Coca-Cola, that's a winning combination, and Coach Carson Owens hopes he has that same winning combination here in Game 2.
All right, for your Indians, we'll have number 8, Victoria Fields, playing left field. Number 27, Partlow in right field. 19, Marler, playing first base. In the cleanup spot, 18, Snell, the shortstop. 22, Lynch is DP in this game. 20, Duhan at second base. 21, Goodman, the catcher. 17, Shands, third base. Number 1, Dawsey, center field. And as we saw, pitching for the Indians, Meeks is the flex.
So this is Victoria Fields, your left fielder, leading off for the Indians. She went 1 for 3 in the first game with a triple, also drew a walk. She'll be facing Marley McWilliams in the circle. She drives one out to right field, and for the second game in a row, she has a leadoff hit for the Indians.
Great job of Fields setting the pace. Yes, McWilliams comes in with a 3.28 ERA. She's 3-0 on the season, has 5 appearances, 3 starts, and 2 complete games. She's thrown 21 innings, given up 26 hits, and she has 1 walk and only 10 strikeouts. So not a big strikeout pitcher, going to be pitch to contact type, and the Indians going to take advantage of that.
Partlow shows bunt, knocks it down to third. The throw over, and that sack bunt there is effective. So sack bunt goes 5-3 to erase Partlow, the right fielder. That sack bunt brought to you by our friends at the ICC BSU.
Good job by Partlow doing her job right there, getting it down on the left side of the field, making the third baseman field. And I tell you, she bunted that ball pretty hard. Third baseman did a good job of fielding the ball and making a strong throw.
This brings up A.B. Marler, your first baseman. She looks at one on the inside corner for strike 1. Marler was 1 for 3 in the first game. She had a single, a walk, an RBI. That one floats very slowly outside. A throw back to second quickly, but it's short. Second baseman does a good job of getting to it before it can roll away. So 1-1 count now to A.B. Marler.
Yeah, you see that a lot in softball where the pitcher just stands there and lets the ball go right past him and head on to second base trying to trick that runner.
Make contact by Ailey. That's going to go in the gap all the way out to the fence. That's easily going to score 1. A.B. will turn, but look as that throw gets back in quickly. So a 1-out RBI single for A.B. Marler. Gets ICC to tie up this game in the first inning.
Great answer by the Indians right there to come back. Give up the one in the top of the first, and like we said, it's so important in Game 2 to try to win that first inning if you can. Now we've tied the score up, and we've got a runner at first base with only 1 out.
As you said, so important for Partlow to put down that sack bunt effectively to get Fields in scoring position. This brings up Grayson Snell, the shortstop. She looks at one on the inside corner for strike 1.
You can already tell that McWilliams is a crafty type pitcher, doesn't have the velocity of the 2 we saw in Game 1 or with Meeks in the top of the first, but she is spinning that ball.
She's been ahead of most of the batters so far. Let's see what Snell can do with the 0-1 pitch. Makes contacts, but pops it straight up. First baseman calls off the pitcher, and that's going to be a pop out to 3 for the second out of the inning.
Good job at McWilliams to come back in there and find that second out so quick.
Here comes Kaylin Lynch, DPing in this game. She was the catcher in game 1, had a big 2-run homer in game 2 to give ICC a lead, which they were unable to hold on to. She looks at one float in there on the inside for strike 1.
McWilliams doing a good job changing speeds here early in the game.
And be effectively getting ahead of the batters as well. So the 0-1 pitch. Slow, late contact there by Lynch, just pops it up, floats it right to the second baseman. So that makes your third out of the inning. But ICC able to push one across and tie it up. It scores 1-1, and we take a break and we'll come back with the second inning. Welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the top of the second. ICC and Shelton all tied up here in the second game of the afternoon. Shelton capturing the first game of the afternoon, 6-4. This second inning of today's game 2 brought to you by our friends at Max Home. Lizzie Meeks still in the circle for ICC. She'll face the 6, 7, 8 batters, Will Banks, McWilliams, and Landrum. Will Banks takes one on the outside for ball 1.
I'd like to see Meeks get in here, put up a 0 for the Indians. You know, the last 2 innings we've been, last inning of the first game we got 5 runs and we get 1 there. So it's time, get back in there, put up another 0 for us.
Pitch on the inside corner, evens that count. 1 ball and 1 strike to Will Banks. She went 1 for 4 in the first game of the afternoon with a single. She also grounded out, lined out, and flew out. So no outs here in the top of the second. 1-1 count. That one away on the outside. Runs a count 2 balls and 1 strike.
Still a lot of excitement out here. You can hear both dugouts cheering for their teams. Still got a good crowd out at the old ballpark.
The 2-1 pitch. Contact drives it through the hole past the shortstop, and that's going to be a leadoff single into left field for Will Banks.
Just what the Bucks want. Try to find a way to get their leadoff hitter on.
Now
that was going to be McWilliams batting. That was the pitcher batting. That was, McWilliams led off that.
Sure did.
She was
I'm
1 for 1 in game 1, too. She came in and pinch hit. Big one in the 7th inning. So that's back-to-back hits for her in 2 games. But, yeah, Landrum, the catcher, she did not bat first game, but she caught.
She shows bunt, pulls back for ball 1.
So this will be her first at-bat of the day. Yes.
That is correct. She caught game 1, but she was in the flex position and did not have any plate appearances. So now she looks in with a 1-0 count and a runner on first. She shows bunt again, slaps this one, but it is going to roll foul to even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good job by the Indians doing a little crash bunt defense right there. They're trying to – she showed it the first time, didn't bunt. Then when she did, they were crashing in on top of that, seeing if they can get that lead runner. Runners are a premium, especially runners in scoring position. So that's what the Bucks are looking to do, try to McWilliams down to second base.
Meeks delivered the 1-1 pitch. That one way inside as Landrum ducks back out of the way. 2 balls and a strike now.
Landrum's a sophomore coming in batting 154 on the season. She does have a double. She does have 3 RBIs on this early season for the Bucks.
ICC hoping to keep her numbers right where they are. 2-1 pitch. She shows bunt again. Pops this one straight up. Diving effort, but no one can get to it as it lands in front of Meeks. Shands dove out for it as well. So that is a 1-out single there. Excuse me, not a 1-out, a single. So
Back-to-back singles.
Back-to-back singles. That's the word I was looking for, Coach. Back-to-back singles for the Bucks gives them runners at first and second with no outs.
That ball's just hitting no man's land. Great hustle there by Shands trying to get it, and once she was not able to catch it in the air, nobody was able to make a throw. So, yes, Indians in trouble here first and second with the bottom of the order. We got speed here and someone that can handle the bat and Shorter.
This is Shorter, the right fielder. Strike 1 there.
She had a good first game, if I believe.
She did. She went 2 for 3 and scored a pair of runs.
Got to find a way right here, Indians, to get that first out.
So Meeks looking to try to get out of this jam. 0-1 count to Shorter. Swing and a miss there for strike 2.
Like to get that second Renaissance Bank strikeout right here if we can, Michael.
Absolutely. With those runners on first and second, no outs. Getting that first one puts a lot more opportunities for your defense. So the 0-2 pitch to Shorter. She swings and misses there on the third pitch. And as you just called it, Coach, second Renaissance Bank strikeout victim of the afternoon for Meeks.
Huge out. Now you're coming second time through the lineup for the Bucks. Still got first and second, only 1 out.
So ICC may be looking to get a ground ball, Little Caesars double play here. We go back to Bradshaw. She grounded out to second base to lead off this game in the first inning. She makes contact, drives it up, diving effort by Snell, can't get it. And then off the glove, the center fielder, but she quickly recovers. So another single here, third one of the inning for Shelton, gives the Bucks bases loaded with only 1 out. They are threatening big here in the top of the second inning.
Great hustle by Snell laying out for that ball. Just got right up under Dawes, who went to get it and kind of booted around a little bit, but thankful they'd held McWilliams at third base. So now bases loaded. Still got a force out anywhere for the Indians. Looks like we're coming in for the number 2 hitter early in the game right here. The infield's playing a little bit closer towards the batter.
This is Valentine. She struck out in her first plate appearance in the first inning. She makes contact, drives it right back to Meeks. Meeks gloves, throws it to home, gets the force out. So that 1-2 throw erases McWilliams at the plate.
Yes, that's exactly what you want right there. If you don't get the strikeout, hey, soft ground ball back to the pitcher. Lizzie had a little trouble getting out of her glove. Not sure. That's a hard double play to turn, but we know here's danger with bases loaded, 2 outs. The person, if the Bucks had anyone to choose to come to the plate, it would be Mitchell.
Absolutely. She hit that massive 3-run home run to win the game for the Bucks in the first game, and she had a stand-up triple back in the first of this game. 2 outs, bases loaded full of Bucks. That pitch inside corner for a strike.
Yep, she hit the ball, like we said, the last 4 at-bats. She's hit center field to right field line. So Coach Owens and Meeks are all trying to figure out how can we make her adjust, make her uncomfortable in the batter's box.
Meeks looks, gets the call. The 0-1 pitch. That one high and over the head of Goodman, but gets a friendly bounce off the net. No damage done as no runners can advance there. So the count goes 1-1.
It's not the worst thing that can happen. If it's going to be a wild pitch, you prefer not to touch anybody to deflect off anything because backstop is really close and we do have a very tight net that will just bring it right back to you. So
now 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases full of Bucks. Lizzie Meeks trying to work out of this jam here in the top of the second inning. Delivers a strike on the outside corner for strike 2.
Nice second pitch right there. She went with the rise ball that was a little bit wild and it didn't cost her, and then she went curveball away. So let's see how Indians are going to try to get out of this with a dangerous hitter at the plate.
1-2 count. Meek set to deliver to Mitchell. Way off on the right side there.
I'm not going to say.
Coach Owens is not a big fan of that call, but he maintains himself, just encourages his pitcher. Count goes 2-2, 2 outs, bases full of Shelton State players.
I'm not going to lie, I reacted too because I saw the umpire put his arm out, but he was saying the ball was out. I thought he was fixing to pull that string on it. Tough one to take right there.
The 2-2 pitch to Mitchell. She makes contact, fouls it back off of herself. So the count's going to remain 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. ICC and Shelton State all tied up at 1 apiece. But Shelton threatening here early in the top of the second with bases loaded situation and their best hitter at the plate.
That was a tough pitch. That screwball, rise ball came right in on her hands right there after we worked our way. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Let's see what happens here.
The 2-2 pitch. Makes contact, drives it right to the legs of Meeks into center field. That's going to be 1 run come in. Second run's going to turn around. ICC will cut off the throw, but not before Mitchell strikes again. She has been an Indian killer all day, and that's a 2 RBI single.
Second hit of the day for her after that triple, and, man, I'm talking about she hit that ball hard right back up the middle, and that's what you get, a good hitter. She fought off the screwball, then she got something out of the plate she could hit, and right up the middle. Now, Enid's got to find a way to get that third out right here. Still, you're only down 2 runs.
2 outs, runner on second and first. Swinging a chopper down there.
Nice
Shands
play.
grabs it out of the air, touches third base, gets the force out. And ICC able to end the inning, but not before Shelton can put 2 more on the board. They take a 3-1 lead. We'll take a break and come back with the bottom of the second. Welcome back to action. We move to the bottom of the second inning. ICC once again finds himself trailing, this time 3-1 to the visitors from Shelton State. They were able to answer in the bottom of the first with 1 to match Shelton's 1. Shelton grabs 2 more in the top of the second. This is Ella Duhan at the plate for the Indians. She swings the first pitch, fouls it into the visitor dugout netting.
Indians right here got to figure out McWilliams. We saw in that first inning, I know the hitters been talking to each other, but she has a little bit of a floater, what we used to call the old butterfly, almost like she throws out a parachute as that ball is really slow on that changeup. There it is right now.
Like you just said, Coach, that one stays way outside, evens the count 1-1 to Duhan.
Until you get 2 strikes, you got to have a game plan of whether you're going to swing at it or not. If she's going to throw it a lot, you might go up there just looking for it, but it's got to be elevated, because if it's not elevated up, you're going to hit it straight down the ground or you're going to get up under it.
The 1-1 pitch, Duhan lifts this one deep out into foul territory outside the park on the left side. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Duhan. She went 1 for 2 with a single, a run scored. It was also hit by a pitch as well in the first game and also grabbed a stolen base.
Indians looking to answer those 2 runs in the top of the second inning by the Bucks.
That one bounces away from the catcher, Landrum. No damage done with nobody on base, but evens the count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Duhan, the leadoff batter here for the Indians in the bottom half of the second inning. McWilliams in the circle for Shelton, delivers a 2-2 pitch. That one high. Duhan goes up and grabs a piece of it, but fouls it way off toward the parking lot.
Marley McWilliams only has 1 walk in 21 innings of work on the season, so you know she's going to be around the plate. She might not be overpowering you, but she's spinning it, and changing speeds, moving around. It's going to be tough for the Indians.
Duhan drives that one down the left side, cuts foul just before it reaches the third base bag. So we'll remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes in the battle here between Duhan and McWilliams.
She did. She smoked that ball, and it was just barely outside that third base bag. Now you see the third baseman moving over the line. You see the left fielder is hugging the left field line out there as well.
Leaves a big gap in left center. If Duhan could turn one there.
It sure does.
2-2 pitch. It's one of those floaters and gets her looking. That butterfly works for McWilliams there. Her first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day.
Just where you just got to battle with 2 strikes right there. You know, you give up on it, but you just got to fight. You just got to foul it off, even if you got to try to hit it in the first base dugout over here, just to fight it off somehow and give yourself another pitch.
This brings Zoe Goodman, your catcher, in Game 2 to the plate. She did not play in Game 1, so this is her first plate appearance of the afternoon. She slaps the first one out into left field, gets a single for her first plate appearance, gives ICC a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the second.
Just what the doctor ordered, as they say. Find a way. They'll figure her out the more and more pitches they get to see. But, yeah, Zoe jumped on that first pitch, hard line drive to left field. So let's see if we can get something going here with Taylor Shands.
Taylor, your third baseman, steps up to the plate. She was 0 for 3 in Game 1, did reach on an error, but was left stranded at third.
That was the only error of the Bucks in Game 1 and allowed a run to score.
Another floating pitch. This one doesn't come down in time, so ball 1 to Shands.
It's easier sitting up here watching and saying, "Oh, wait on that thing," and then she'll zip one in there by you.
There she tries exactly what she meant by. Shands gets a piece, floats this one high. Third baseman calls off the shortstop and catches it there to erase Shands.
Just going to have to make some adjustments. McWilliams doing a great job changing speeds.
So Lana Dossie, your center fielder, comes to the plate. 9-hole hitter for ICC. She was effective in Game 1. A single and a walk. Also had a strikeout as well. Looking to keep this inning alive with 2 outs and a runner on first. She watches one away on the outside for ball 1.
As you said, Dawson did an outstanding job Game 1, just getting on base, finding, just like she's done all season for us in that 9-hole. Just see if she can get it back to the top of the lineup right here. See if we can put up a crooked number for the Indians. Match that 2 that was given up in the top of the second inning.
The 1-0 pitch. Makes contact, drives it toward the shortstop. She gloves, throws to first,
Safe.
But she is not going to beat out Dawsey. They're going to send Goodman to third, and she is going to get called out on the throw at third. So a single for Dawsey, and then Goodman running to third is erased on the 3-5 throw to put her out. ICC unable to capitalize on a pair of hits. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the third inning. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the top of the third inning. The visiting Shelton State Bucks up early 3-1 over your ICC Indians. This is Layla Watkins, a left fielder. She reached first base and was left there in the first inning. She looks at inside pitch for ball 1. I take that back. She reached on a single, but extended to second base on the throw.
That's correct. But she did pick up a big first RBI of the game for them. First run she knocked in.
Correct. I left that part out as she drove in Mitchell, who was standing on third after a triple. 1-0 pitch goes inside as well. It's a 2-0 count.
Indians chasing the zero. We're looking for that inning. We have not had one in a while. Went through a stretch there in game one, gave up 5 runs in the top of the 7th, and 1 to start off the first here, 2 in the second. We don't want that trend to keep going. We're ready to see a 0, not a 3.
Contact, hard line drive past second baseman out into right field. Partlow gloves and throws in. But there is a leadoff single for Watkins.
That's identical to her first hit in the first inning. That line drive right between the second baseman and the first baseman. We call that the 4-hole, but she's seeing the ball well in game 2.
Brings up Will Banks, the second baseman. What do you have her down there for? That's where I messed up on the last time.
She grounded out second base her first at bat.
That's right, the 4-3.
To end the inning, yes.
So no outs and a runner on first. She'll look to see what she can do now. She watches one on the inside corner for strike 1.
She was tough in game 1. She didn't get all the hits she wanted, but she was really battling with the pitchers, pulled a lot of balls hard down the third base line. The Indians chasing that first out right here. Got to watch out for the bunt.
The 0-1 pitch. Slices it on the ground. Duhan picks up those to first. So the 4-3 put out of Will Banks and advances Watkins over to second.
The only play that Duhan had right there works just as good as a bunt as in the eyes of the Bucks, getting the runner at second base, only 1 out.
This will bring up Marley McWilliams. She singled to lead off the second inning, was thrown out at home on a fielder's choice play. She looks at strike 1 on the outside corner.
As we said, she got a hit there in that 7th inning, that big 7th inning in game 1 for the Bucks, and then she got a hit already in this game. So she's 2 for 2 on the day so far.
She faces an 0-1 count, 1 out, runner at second. She's looking to add to this Shelton State lead here in game 2. She makes contact, slices that one back over the ICC dugout.
That's an ankle biter right there if you're on the pickleball courts. I hope Dr. Boggs or Dr. Case are wearing their shin guards when they play, because I heard they slam at each other.
They
so
do.
Sometimes they wear shin guards.
They wear protective gear, and we're grateful because they are so important to this college and this community. We would hate for them to go down with any unfortunate injuries. So an 0-2 pitch to McWilliams. That one high and inside for ball 1.
Hey, not a bad waist pitch there. You're 0-2. See if she'll chase something up in her eyes. Now, as we know, Lizzie does not walk many batters, so she's going to be back in that strike zone right here. And let's see if the Indians can find this second out of the 3rd inning.
The 1-2 pitch. Way inside again. So evens that count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. ICC trailing 3-1 here, top of the 2nd inning against the visiting Shelton State Bucks. Thank you for all the fans tuning in to watch on Let's Go ICC TV, and all the fans from Shelton State tuned in as well. 2-2 pitch. Has to go outside this time. Can't get it in enough. So now McWilliams has battled back to a full count here with 1 out and a runner on second.
One of the baseball, softball cardinal sins of pitching, they say, from Coach Polk down at Mississippi State, to go from an 0-2 count to a 3-2 count. You like to get something done on that 2-2 count if you can.
Full count pitch from Meeks. Contact, drives it out to center, laying out, and great catch in the center by Dawsey.
They just keep getting better for Dawsey. Da-da-da. She's wanting that wild play Wednesday after she's ran down a couple balls in game 1. Now she just continues to do it in game 2. That is the hardest play for a center fielder right there. The line drive right at you. You just don't know to go up, go back, whatever. You got to read it. Man, she read it perfect and laid out. Outstanding play by Dawsey in center field.
So now 2 outs brings Landrum, the catcher. She had a bunt single in the 2nd inning, also scored on that inning as well. She looks at strike 1 on the outside corner.
Those are the plays like Dawsey made that the Indians are looking for right here. Do not let them get on the board again. Let's put up a 0, and then we know we're going to swing the bats. We've swung them all year. Let us get back in here and hit for a little while.
So no balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, a runner on second for Shelton here in the top of the 2nd. Pitch on the outside doesn't land. Evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Very competitive pitch by Meeks right there, though. She's getting in her zone right now, and she's got to find a way to get that third out.
Shelton State dugout getting chirpy now. 1-1 count. The pitch. Contact over Meeks. Past a diving Duhan into center field, and that's going to be an RBI single for Landrum.
That's the importance of getting that runner in the scoring position as they did on that ground out second base. They didn't have to bunt her over, and then just another one of those Goldens, 2-out hit right there. Wouldn't hit extremely hard, but it's hit where we were not with that base hit up the middle.
Coach, you said ICC was looking to put 0 on the board this time. Shelton disagreed and puts a 1 up, so now they have a 3-run lead. This brings up the hard-hitting and speedy Ari Shorter, right fielder.
She's up for the second time already in the 3rd inning, too.
She struck out her first appearance against Meeks. Makes foul contact there.
That hit by Landrum, that was her second hit in 2 innings, back-to-back innings there. She did not bat as a catcher. She just caught in the first game. So they're Bucks, since they woke up there in that 7th inning, they're getting production all the way through their lineup. Williams has been the big hitter, but they've got a lot of people setting the table for it. It takes a team to score runs that they've scored so far.
The 0-1 pitch to Shorter. Makes contact, drives that foul into the ICC bullpen. Ball quickly back in. So no 2 count here. Meeks trying to look to get out of this inning with only allowing the 1 run. Would love to strand Landrum over there at first. She's ahead of Shorter. No balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here. Top of the 2nd. The Bucks leading 4-1 over your Indians. The 0-2 pitch. Outside corner gets her looking. So Meeks does get her 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. Limits the damage to only 1 run. We'll take a break and come back with the bottom half of the 3rd. Welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. ICC comes to plate at the bottom of the 3rd. They now trail behind 4-1 against the visiting Shelton State Buccaneers. They've been able to score in each of the first 3 innings, 1 in the first, 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd. ICC only pushing across 1 run so far in the bottom of the 1st. At first pitch, high ball 1 to Victoria Fields, your left fielder. She led off the game with a single and later scored on an RBI single by A.B. Marler.
Indians looking to 2nd time through the lineup, seeing if we can make some adjustments right here against McWilliams and find some more base runners and some runs.
Fields, another drive out into right center where she hit the first one. She's going to turn. Right fielder picks the ball up but falls down, so there's no chance to get Fields there, and she's got a stand-up double.
Great start for the Indians. Just what we were talking about, seeing if we can make some adjustments. Man, that's a perfect line drive into right center field. Michael, I do have a Renaissance Bank score update. Our baseball team is playing at Northwest, but we are playing Northeast. We are ahead 3-2 in the top of the 3rd inning in baseball at Northwest versus Northeast.
Thank you for that update. First pitch there to Skylar Partlow, the right fielder. She laid down a sac bunt successfully to advance Fields over in the 1st inning before Fields scored. So looking for her first plate appearance here. No outs, runner on 2nd for ICC. Partlow slap hit motion, fouls that one back into the netting, runs a count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just trying to find base runners right here. Everybody's talking. I know they're trying to figure out game plan after that first time through against McWilliams, and got the infield drawn in, outfield drawn in with Partlow. See if we can find something to find the grass.
Partlow, late chase on one of those butterflies, but makes contact back into the netting. So now she falls behind 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, that commitment. If you're not looking for it before 2 strikes, you just got to take it. You know, if you are, sit on it. See if she can drive something through the outfield into the gap.
1-2 pitch. That one high. She holds off on it. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. No outs here in the bottom of the third. Leadoff double from Victoria Fields gives ICC a runner in scoring position.
You hear it all the time in baseball and softball. The changeup could be the great equalizer.
That one catches her. She swings, drop third strike. She's going to throw down. Does make the play, but the runner goes to third. They're going to check and see if she was on the bag. Umpires will confer to see whether or not Partlow was forced out.
That was a interesting play, seeing Partlow slide feet first into first base. Don't see that a lot, and they'll see they're going to call first baseman came off the bag to catch that ball. That was a tough angle for the catcher too. I think Coach Owens reviews the tape. He'd probably rather Partlow stay on her feet and run through that bag because it makes a bigger target, makes it harder for that first baseman to see. But, hey, just what the Indians need right here with one of our power hitters coming up with first and third.
Absolutely. Take them how we can get them. Runners on first and third with no outs for ICC's best hitter, A.B. Marler. She had an RBI single in the first, looking to do more damage here in the third. She swings at the first pitch, drives it deep out, and it is gone. 3-run home run for A.B. Marler. And just like that, 1 pitch, 1 swing, and ICC has tied this up 4-all here in the bottom of the third as Marler comes in excited and meets her teammates at home plate.
We've seen it all season, Michael. This team has exceptional power. Came into the day being third in the country in home runs. Had some weather that's held them back here. They were second there last week, and they've had to win in different ways. But, hey, that's a no-doubter. Staying on the ball, right center field, and like we said, we made the adjustments second time through. Three up, 3 have gotten on base or in. Tie game. It's a brand-new game. We're in the bottom of the third inning, and there are no outs.
As you said, Coach. Hey, and there's our four-legged friend who gets the home run ball this time and brings it back in. There's a floating strike 1 pitch to Grayson Snell at the plate. She popped out to the first baseman in the first inning. But as you were saying, Coach, you kept talking about these batters adjusting. I think you saw it with Fields as she battled through that second at-bat, and then with Marler on that first pitch. This one popped up back into the net for strike 2.
Much better swings by the Indians. You know, and when you get behind by 3 runs or more, it's hard to hit your way back in the game. You're going to need some walks, some hit batsmen, some luck or whatever, and we got that on the drop 3 wild pitch strikeout there to where our runner is able to reach first base, so that's a big run.
That one high and away for ball 1 to Snell.
Just never see the same thing 2 days in a row at the ballpark, do you, Michael?
Absolutely. We've had a nice run of games here at home lately. Get to see all kinds of good things. The 1-2 pitch, a floater, last-minute swing there by Snell. And it's a good thing she did, Coach. I think that would have been a strike.
That's a good job of battling off. You got to with 2 strikes. You got to battle. Yeah, those 3 runs are not insurance runs, but they're an insurance for us right now because we need it. Little momentum had left our dugout. We're still excited, but we needed that 3-run homer to get the, some momentum going.
Wing and a miss on a high ball there to Snell. That's going to give McWilliams her 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game, 2nd of this inning.
Big strikeout for McWilliams to get the first out. As I said, we got the momentum, and she comes back and changes speeds and gets Snell on the strikeout. But we got to get it started back with 1 out here with Lynch.
Lynch, your designated player here. Caught game 1, batting as a DP in game 2. She popped out high to the second baseman earlier. Makes first contact on the first pitch, drills it right to the third baseman. She picks up gloves and throws to first for the 5-3 putout.
I don't know if you can hit a ball any harder than that. Just once it comes off the bat, it's out of your hands. Coach Owens, Coach Munson, they'll be excited with that barrel right there by Lynch. She smoked that ball. Good play by the third baseman for the Bucks.
So 2 outs now brings Ella Duhan to the plate. She struck out looking on one of those butterfly pitches to lead off the second. Makes contacts and fouls it off on the left side for strike 1.
See if we can get some 2-out magic going right here with Duhan. See if find a way to get back, get on base, keep the pressure on McWilliams, on their defense to make plays. 2 good teams going at it right here, guys. 4-4, bottom of the third.
That one kind of movement there, but catches an outside corner, says the umpire. Now Duhan with 2 outs is facing an 0-2 count.
She's crafty, that's what I would say. She's a tough one to face as much as she's changing speeds.
That one high and away. Good job by Landrum to hold on to it. Wouldn't have mattered with nobody on base, but count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Duhan looking to keep this big third inning alive for ICC.
That was athletic play to catch that ball.
Another butterfly. She gets underneath one, flies it out to left field. Left fielder coming in because of the wind, and she is able to get underneath it and get the third out. So ICC able to answer Shelton with the big 3-run home run from Marlar. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the 4th. Welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the top of the 4th inning. Tie ball game here in Game 2 between your ICC Indians and the visiting Shelton State Bucks. A.B. Marley, your first baseman, cranking a massive 3-run home run over right center field to give ICC back in this game all tied up. Lizzie Meeks still in the circle for the Indians. She delivers first pitch low and away for ball 1. This is back to the top of the lineup for Shelton. Layla Bradshaw, she grounded out to the second baseman to lead off the game. And then in the second inning, she got a single and scored later that inning. 1-0 pitch to Bradshaw. That one a strike on the outside corner. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. ICC's dugout feeling energized after that run, that home run. Saw a lot of high energy in between innings. 1-1 pitch. Slap hit out right over a diving shortstop. Snell is going to give Bradshaw back-to-back singles in this game. And for the 3rd inning in a row, Shelton's going to have a leadoff base runner. This brings Valentine, the DP, to the plate. She struck out in her first plate appearance, later reached on a fielder's choice, and was erased on a fielder's choice to end the second inning.
You expect a bunt right here by the Bucks with a tie game.
There's that bunt show. She fouls it back down off the plate for strike 1.
No, Michael, you've heard me say several times that offensively, whether you're scoring runs or not scoring runs, you want to get as many at-bats you can. You'd like your leadoff hitter to come up for the 3rd time in the 5th inning. Well, the Bucks are up here with the leadoff just batted in the 4th inning. That tells you how many people they've already brought to the plate.
Absolutely. So the 0-1 pitch from Meeks to Valentine. Runner on first. Makes contact, dribbles it out to Marlar. She's going to pick it up. She'll flip over to Duhan covering. So that's going to be the 3-4 put out. Work, like you said, works as good as a bunt because it advances Bradshaw over to second.
Yes, we saw that in the last inning when Shelton State was able to pick up that one run that they had a ground out to second base, just the opposite, second to first base. They got the runner over, and they were able to get that big 2-out hit that got her in.
So here comes trouble with a runner on second, only 1 out. Chloe Mitchell, she's got a triple, a single, a run scored, and 2 RBI in this game. She looks at one on the inside for strike 1.
And that would add up to be 6 RBIs on the day already. So, yeah, I imagine Coach Owens and them are going to pitch her very carefully, as I would say.
Yeah, she caused a lot of problems. She had four RBI in that first, including that 3-run homer that ended up being the game winner. That pitch drifts high for ball 1. So if you're Mitchell, you got to be feeling very confident at the plate versus both the pitchers she's seen today. Just seeing if Meeks can make the adjustment on the batter. The 1-1 pitch. Contact, flies it up and over the ICC Alumni Foundation broadcast booth. Back onto the Dr. Brad Boggs pickleball courts here at ICC. So now a ball and 2 strikes on Mitchell. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. A runner on second. ICC able to tie it up in the bottom 3rd. Shelton looking to claw back ahead here. The 1-2 pitch. High over the head of Goodman. It bounces off, but she can't get to it in time before Bradshaw scampers down to 3rd base.
Tough play there for the Indians that need to try any way you can to just keep that ball in front. Sometimes just not able to and allow those extra 60 feet. So now you got a hot hitter with a 1 out and a runner at 3rd base. Anytime the runner at 3rd, less than 1 out, ground ball or fly ball will score the run.
2-2 pitch. That one high and over the head, 2 in a row over the head of the catcher.
Whew.
This one bounces back quicker, allows Goodman to gather it and keep Bradshaw at 3rd, but now a full count with 1 out and a runner at 3rd. Shelton State threatening to score.
Goodman's getting a workout back there. She's just got to do the best she can.
Full count pitch from Meeks. Hits her, or hit off the end of the bat, excuse me.
Yep,
so it goes as a foul ball.
Her little thump that sounded like a come off the bat there. And she's not wearing any protective gear, so I'm going to say if it caught some skin, we might have seen a reaction out of her. But she's shown today she wants to hit.
So we stay at full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on 3rd. Shelton State threatening here in the top of the 4th. The pitch. Too low, ball 4. Meeks allows her 2nd walk of the day. And Mitchell reaches base for the 3rd time in a row here in game 2.
Not the worst thing that can happen for the Indians right there, as hot as Mitchell's been, like we said already, with so many RBIs today and 2 for 2 in this game, to bring up Williams.
Williams had a walk in the 1st inning and ended the 2nd inning with the fielder's choice to erase a base runner. She's got 1st and 3rd with only 1 out. She shows bunt, pulls back, runner takes off to 2nd, and Goodman holds the throw. But Mitchell will move on down to 2nd on a stolen base.
Yeah, that's the only thing you do fight with, walking her is now you got 2 in scoring position. So the crooked number right here if they get the base hit with 1 out.
Williams unable to get one of those hits in the 1st game, looking for her 1st of the entire afternoon. 1-0 pitch with 1 out. That one away. 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls and no strikes.
See Coach Wilson here, our men's basketball coach, is enjoying some game. He's always out at baseball, softball all the time. The 2026 conference champion men's basketball coach, Coach Wilson, an outstanding job already wrapping up the conference regular season title.
2-0 pitch. That one catches a corner for a strike. So now 2-1 is the count with 1 out here.
His team will be back in action tomorrow night here at the Davis Event Center on Let's Go ICC TV. Come on out and support them. Sophomore night, ladies starting at 5:30, men at 7:30 here in Fulton.
2-1 pitch to Williams. She makes contact, drives it out to right center. That's going to land in the gap, roll to the wall. Partlow cuts it off. That's going to be 1 run's going to come in. 2 runs are going to come in. And Shelton State answers right back with a big 2 RBI double from Ty Williams.
Just what the Bucks wanted right there. I was looking out, and it looked like Mitchell was giving her location at second base. I don't know if the Indians saw that or not, was telling her the ball was going to be away. But regardless she tells her or not, she stayed on that ball and let it get deep and drove it right into the right center field gap for a big 2 RBIs to try to get the momentum back over there. And like we said, we're still not putting any zeros up. We've got to find some zeros at some point for the Indians. We have not seen this all year out of our pitching and defense of consistently giving up runs in innings, And we're not giving up the big crooked number. We give up 2s, but they're adding up right now. That's 6 runs through 4 innings.
Right. Not a situation ICC has found itself in very much this season so far. That one lipped on and lifted. Duhan tries to make a play. She can't. That's going to roll deep into right field. They will hold Williams at third, but that's a 1-out single for Watkins, the left fielder.
Lindsay made a great pitch right there, and it's just one of those that, it just fell in the right place. And the good base running there by the runner at second, Williams, of holding up because she didn't know. Duhan made a great effort laying out for it. Now you're in that same situation, putting a first and third defensive play on, but they're probably got speed at first, probably going to steal and put us in that same scenario. Only 1 out.
This is Wilbanks, your second baseman. She's 0 for 2 in this game. She's grounded out to the second baseman twice. So she'll work with 1 out here. Runners at first and third. Shelton has regained the lead 6-4 here in the top of the 4th. There goes the runner at first, taken off like you said, Coach. That one sliced foul, bounces off the corner fence, and get that back into the pitcher.
A little hit and run and hit action. She barreled that ball up, just hit it the other way, in which I like the aggressiveness out of the Bucks. They've got the lead, got the momentum. They're pressing the issue right here with 1 out, trying to get more runs on the board because, as we know, you never have enough runs on that scoreboard.
0-1 pitch. That one's away on the outside. Runner takes off, catches. The throw is slow from Goodman back to Meeks, so another stolen base for the Bucks.
Yeah, Watkins kind of ran out in the middle and slowed down a little bit, seeing if she could draw a throw and maybe steal a run right there, but the Indians didn't fall for it. And now they have 2 runners in scoring position again, looking for that big hit for the Bucks.
1-1 pitch. That one catches the lower right corner. Gets the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Nice pitch by Meeks, come back in there firing away. Just trying to hold them right at. She knows what offense we got. She's trying to hold them right where they're at. Just keep giving us a chance, but we got to find ways to get off the field right here.
1-2 pitch. That one low and inside. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Only 1 out here at top of the 4th. Shelton State climbing back to the lead, 6-4, threatening again with runners on second and third, only 1 out. Wilbanks, the second baseman, at the plate. She slices one foul back toward the basketball courts here. So the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes.
As we saw in game 1, you never have enough runs, and you're never out of it. Both the offenses both these teams have. If you can just stop it where it's at, you've always got a chance. A lot of outs still left. We got 4 innings to hit, so you're not out of this game. Just try to minimize as much you can, Indians.
Contact there, but slices that one foul down the first baseline. So we'll reset and do it again. Remains 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Runners at second and third. Shelton State up by 2 and threatening to add to that here in the top of the 4th inning.
Some games, everything's going right. Some days, if everything feels right, and then to games you have like this where it's just a little bit of a struggle, but you're right there in it, and this is a learning moment for us as we're heading into conference play next Saturday.
The 2-2 pitch makes contact. This time drives one foul down the third baseline. So big battle here by Wilbanks, who hasn't been able to get on base yet. She's grounded out to the second baseman both times in this game. But she's looking to battle here and help her team extend their lead. Meeks and Wilbanks going back and forth. See who can win this one here. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Late swing by Wilbanks. Catches just enough to foul it off and keep her at the plate for another swing.
Man, that was a good pitch and a good job of fouling it off. Kudos to Wilbanks there. Meeks made the pitch she wanted to make in that count, and she just got enough piece of it to stay alive.
Meeks delivered the 2-2 again. That one away on the outside. Runs the count to full. Good eye there by Wilbanks to hold off on that one. Some batters would have chased that one. But now we have full count. One out. Runners on second and third. Meeks delivers. Slices that one over the first baseman into right field. That's going to be 1 run for Shelton, 2 runs for Shelton, and another RBI single for the Bucks as they increase their lead now in the 4th inning to 8-4.
Like we said, that was just a battle. Both of them going at it, Meeks and Wilbanks, and Wilbanks won. She hit it right over the right, the first baseman's head, get 2 RBIs. I tell you one thing I'm impressed with Shelton is they're using the opposite field even more than they're pulling the ball. They're staying through it and hitting balls opposite field.
It's like ICC is going to make a change here. We'll take a break and come right back. Welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Carson Owens going to make the Guarantee Bank Fulton call to the bullpen. He'll be bringing in number 12, Ella Lilly, in relief. Coach, you have some stats on Lilly.
Yes, sophomore Ella comes in with a 2.23 RA. She's 2-0 on the season. She's be her 4th appearance on the season. She has 15 innings pitched with 15 hits, 6 walks, and 7 strikeouts.
She delivers high for ball 1. This is McWilliams, the pitcher for the Bucks in this game. She is 1 for 2 with a single and a line out.
Ella had a good freshman season for us. She threw a lot of innings for us as our number 2 pitcher last year. Had a lot of strikeouts.
Gets a swing and a miss there by McWilliams to even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
She spins the ball real well, throws a lot of strikes. And, you know, she give the Indians a chance to get back in this game right here. She'll be a different look than Meeks, changing speeds and moving around. Be good for the Bucks to have to see something different.
That pitch, lower outside corner, catches for strike 2. So she's ahead of her first batter she's facing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner on first. Still only 1 out here for the Bucks. Contact lifts this one out to left field. Will it travel? Warning track power, but hauled in by Victoria Fields for the 2nd out of the inning.
Great job by Fields getting back there on the warning track, looking for the fence, having plenty of room right there. Big 2nd out for that.
That one didn't sound big off the bat, but it could have traveled if this wind was not blowing in like it is today. Brings up Landrum, the catcher. She's 2 for 2 with the pair of singles, an RBI and a run scored in this game. Makes contact on the first pitch. It's going to drift foul over the ICC dugout, back toward the Dr. Brad Boggs pickleball courts. You made a good point earlier about Lilly, Coach. She was a freshman last year, not expected to be a starting pitcher per se, and injury brought her up mid-season, and she really played hard and won a lot of games for these Indians.
She sure did, and they're expecting her to keep them in the game right here. She's going to be big come conference play.
Sliced down the left field line, but foul. So now the count 0-2 to Landrum.
Doesn't matter how good your pitchers are. Someday they're just not going to feel it. They're not going to have the spin, or other teams are just going to pick up the ball really well. And, the teams we face are really good. They have good hitters. They're just not going to be your day. So you need to have a pitching staff, and we have that this year. And Ella's going to be big as we get into conference play moving forward.
The 0-2 pitch. Gets her on the outside corner, gets her looking, and that's the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Lily. She comes in and gets ICC out of the jam, but not before the Bucks can put 4 on the board. They'll take an 8-4 lead into the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back after just a moment. Welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Shelton State able to reclaim the lead and open it up big there in the top half. They have now up 8-4. ICC going to look to claw back and tie this one up again. This will be Zoe Goodman, your catcher, coming up to the bat. She got a single in her first plate appearance. She takes ball 1 to start this 4th inning.
Just like last inning, we're down. We've got to find ways to get runners on. Not going to hit a grand slam with nobody on base. So you got to find runners, find a way to get runners on. Just keep scratching, keep clawing, keep finding a way. Stay in the game right here, Indians.
That one stays off. Ball 2. McWilliams in the circle for the Bucks. She has been effective in changing speeds and locations and trying to keep these ICC Indian batters off their toes. Slicing contact, flies it out toward the parking lot on a line shot there. Makes it 2 balls and 1 strike to Goodman. McWilliams with 3 strikeouts on the day, and she has not walked any Indians yet. So a 2-1 count to Goodman. Another one of those butterfly floaters. Thought he might call that one. I guess he's going to say it's off the plate. So 3 balls and a strike to Goodman.
Your Indians will be in action again this Saturday on the road at Calhoun at 12 o'clock. Doubleheader starting at Calhoun this Saturday.
3-1 pitch, way inside. So Goodman draws a walk and is on base for the 2nd time in this game. ICC with a leadoff runner, 2nd inning in a row.
And that's exactly what you need. You got to get any base runner you can. You got to find ways with walks, hit by pitch, errors, whatever. We'd love to have 20 hits in a row, but never seen that in a game before. Be a good time for it. We'll take it, but not to be expected.
First pitch swinging foul ball for Shands, your 3rd baseman. That came off of her foot perhaps. She's going to walk that one off just a second.
Weather permitting, your Indian softball team will be back in action next Thursday, March the 5th. 2 o'clock doubleheaders with Wallace State Community College, Huntsville out of Alabama.
The 0-1 pitch high for ball 1.
Then your Indians will be hosting that Saturday Mississippi Gulf Coast, 1 and 3 o'clock on March the 7th. That will start our conference play. You'll have myself and Mr. Upton next Thursday, weather permitting. Or me and Mr. Gore, or me and myself and I don't know what's going to happen.
That went high for ball 2. Actually, I'm unavailable next Thursday, so
right. I forgot
we're glad you're going to be here, but I think that may be you and Gore.
You got friends in high places speaking into university level.
Going to help out some folks.
Yes, sir.
That one stays off the plate away. Shands with a good eye there. Lets the count run to 3-1. Infield umpire.
He is calling us leaving the base early.
And so
don't see it called very often. You sure don't see it this part of a game called, but he's calling our runner leaving the base early. We had no action going on right there, so I'm not sure why We were leaving the base early.
Coach Owen's going to ask about that. If it holds, that's the second time that Goodman has reached base but then been erased on the bases. She was caught thrown out trying to stretch from second to third on a single by Dawsey back in the second, and now she's called out for the first out here for leaving the base early.
That will go to the nearest fielder, which will be the first baseman, be a 3 unassisted put out right there.
So now one out with nobody on. Shands drives one toward the second baseman. She can't handle it. So a shot there for a one-out single for Shands.
Yeah, and that base running error getting called out there by the umpire really hurts now too, because you need more base runners and stuff. But hey, still got one on, only one out. Let's see if Dawson get it back to the top again to a hot hitter in Fields.
Dawsey reached on a single at the end of the second inning, but the inning ended as Goodman was thrown out at third, so she was left standing there at first. She shows bunt, pulls back, takes ball one on the outside.
With a two-man crew, it's always been an argument in mind of how does that umpire right behind second baseman see the pitcher and the base runner at the same time. You got two eyes, but you're not able to push them both out. You know, we talk about cross-eyed. You have to go opposite of cross-eyed. There
Slap
we go.
hit past it. Drawn in third baseman gives Dawsey her back-to-back single.
Great job by Dawsey, hitting it right past the third baseman.
Drawn in for defense, expecting a bunt. Dawsey showed bunt, pulled back, and slapped it right past her.
That's the rally we want. And here with the top of the lineup coming back up with only one out.
So top of the order, the hot-hitting Victoria Fields. She's got a single, a double, 2 runs scored here in the game. But now the Shelton State coach is going to come out.
Looks like they're going to do some shifting around here. Must be going to a position player doing something. But, hey, like we talked about in the top of the fourth, guess what? Fields is coming up for the third time in the fourth inning. Our leadoff hitter's coming up too, so we're getting a lot of batters.
Looks like they're bringing a new pitcher in.
Probably going to be 15.
It is.
Mackenzie Harper from it. Yep.
So this call to the bullpen brought to you by Guarantee Bank in Fulton. This will bring in number 15, Mackenzie Harper. Do you have some stats on her, Coach?
Yes, Mackenzie comes in with a 3. She's a sophomore, 3.11 ERA. She's 2-2 on the young season. This will be her 6th appearance. She started 2 games. She's completed a game. 18 innings pitched, 16 hits, 16 runs, 8 of those earned. She does have 27 base on balls and 21 strikes. So Indians going to have to be patient right here in the young season. Harper has been out of the zone more than she's been in. So let's see, you know, like we said, a comeback. Sometimes you need some walks, you need some hit by pitches, need a few errors, you need something to help you. You're just not going to gather enough hits. But, man, how big is that call there leaving early? And I think Coach Owen's still talking to him to find out. But, yeah, back to that point, I always said that was my argument with base runners. When you got a 3-man crew, and it could be, you know, we say 3-man, it could be 3-women crew,
right,
whatever.
3-person crew.
Just 3-person crew. If you got somebody on that first base line who is looking at the runner and at the pitcher, I can see him seeing you leave early. But I don't see how an umpire can justify being out there, and that's why I used to tell them all the time, like, I know you're in an impossible position, so there's no way you can really call it.
So Fields will come to the plate looking to extend her hot afternoon. She'll be the first batter to face Harper. ICC with runners on first and second, only one out, down 4 here in the bottom of the fourth inning, looking to bring in some runs and claw back into this lead that Shelton State has amassed. Swinging first, foul tip for strike 1 to Fields.
You would like Fields to be patient once we read those stats, and I know Coach Munson's going on with him, but the ball looks like a beach ball to her right now. She already got 2 hits in this game, and she's looking to barrel something up and hit another gapper.
Yeah, she looked like she wanted to put that one into right center once more. Gets a hold of that one, but fouls it back over the left side, so she quickly falls behind. No balls and 2 strikes here to Harper.
Just what the Bucks want to. Harper comes in and pounds the zone for them. You know, giving a change of pace from McWilliams.
So the 0-2 pitch to Fields. Swings and slices that one back just like the last one. Count remains 0-2.
And as we said, this would have been Fields' 3rd at bat against McWilliams. So it's a good change of pace right there, just like we did bringing in Ella Lilly for us.
The 0-2 pitch. That one high goes over the head of the catcher. Both runners are going to advance. Shan's going to have to get down a little quicker, and she hits in safely. So Shands advances to third.
Just what the Indians
Dawsey
need.
to second on the pass ball.
That eliminates the double play right there, and it does put 2 runners in scoring position. Fields got a battle right here. Try to find the grass.
That pitch way outside there. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Fields.
That's your normal changeup right there. McWilliams had the little floater, but that's more of a not as big a speed difference as her hard stuff.
The 2-2 pitch. Fields picks this one up, but it goes way high. Right
Long
fielder
run.
charging in, gets underneath it. Shands looks like she wants to go, but quickly comes back into third. So now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. ICC brings up Skylar Partlow to try to drive in the runners from second and third.
Skylar Partlow.
That right fielder covered a lot of ground on that.
Yeah, the wind is slowly coming in from left field. Kind of held that one up a little more than the right fielder expected, but she recovered, made a nice play. Partlow takes strike 1 on the first pitch. She had a sac bunt in the first inning, struck out, but was able to reach on the drop third strike and score in the 3rd inning.
Skylar's trying to find a way to get on base right here.
Swings big there on the slap hit attempt and misses. So now she's quickly behind 0-2. Harper coming in and trying to get Shelton State out of this jam they're in. The 0-2 pitch, contact, fouls this one into the net. We remain at 0-2.
Just got a battle right here. Find a way, put the pressure on. They're trying to get that third out. I tell you what, that left fielder is drawn way in. She could do a power slap right here over her head would be big for the Indians.
The 0-2 pitch. High and outside for ball 1. ICC trying to cut into that lead. Runners on second and third, but 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Shelton State up 8-4. ICC with 1 swing could cut it to 8-6. The 1-2 pitch. Up high again. Evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
New pitcher. Everybody's trying to get as much information as they can. Skylar's, second one to face her. She just got to keep battling. Deuce is wild right here.
2-2 pitch. That one remains high and away. 3 balls in a row, kind of in that same location from Harper. Partlow not chasing at all. She's battled back to a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third for ICC. Can Partlow deliver? Makes contact, but cuts this one back into the left side, netting once again. So good battle here by Partlow.
If I'm an umpire here, I would wear one of those hard hats on the back. Just that ball coming back off that net, pop you in the head. The reason it made me think the umpire turned his head really quick then. I'd probably have a crick in my neck tomorrow from turning as fast as he just turned.
The pitch, high and away. Good battle there by Partlow to be patient after the 0-2, draw the full count walk. And ICC now with the bases loaded and their power hitter at the plate in A.B. Marler.
Excellent at bat there by Partlow. 0-2 to 3-2 to a walk to load the bases for A.B. just in the bottom of the last inning. Hit the 3-run homer.
She's 2 for 2 in this game, a single, a 3-run homer with 4 RBIs. What can she do here facing the new pitcher Harper? She fouls that one back into the netting. Catcher gives chase but can't get there in time. Count goes 0-1. But you see, AB's got the green light. She's trying to put a second one over the fence here and get ICC back tied in this game, bottom of the 4th inning. 0-1 pitch. Makes contact, fouls this one back over on top of the ICC dugout. It will bounce and roll off into the grass. So now no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. ICC with the bases loaded, an opportunity to cut into this lead or tie it up, either one. Battle here between the new pitcher Harper in for relief and A.B. Marler. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Harper gets Marler to go down on strikes, erases the bases loaded damage, and ICC can't add any runs. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the 5th. Welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the top of the 5th inning. The visiting Shelton State Bucks up 8-4 over your ICC Indians. Ella Lilly in the circle for ICC in relief. She delivers one, and that's going to be fouled off. That's going to be number 15. That's Harper, who came in to pitch, so she will be batting in place of Shorter, who was in the 9th spot.
Yep. What they've done is they brought Valentine in to play right field. Marley Williams is going to stay in and hit as the DP. And
pitch there on the corner is strike 2.
And she's batting in the 9 spot right here, yes.
So Harper in for relief. Pitching now has her first plate appearance of the day. She's behind 0-2 to Ella Lilly. Good looking pitch that just comes in a little low. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Nice pitch right there by Lilly.
One-two pitch to Harper. Makes contact, flies it down the right baseline, but lands foul. About a foot and a half outside the bag. Keep that count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Starting to see some high school buses come in, Coach, for that big basketball event tonight over at the Davis Event Center.
Look at the stat sheet. This must be Harper's first at-bat of the season. She's not listed on the offensive.
That one stays low, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, she has no offensive stats on the stat sheets that we were given.
All right, well.
No time like the present, huh?
No time to make like the present, make her 0 for 1. 2-2 pitch. That one high and inside. Runs the count to full. So Harper battling here at the plate. Started with an 0-2 count. She's battled back to a full count against Lilly. These are your 2 relief pitchers who both come in to try to help their teams. Battling out here with a full count. Strikes that one down the left field line, but foul. Keeps the count full. No outs here in the top of the 5th. Shelton State up 8-4 over ICC. They scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and a big 4-run 4th inning to double up the Indians so far in this game 2. The 3-2 pitch makes contact, lifts that over the third into the left field. So that's a leadoff single for Harper.
Yeah, that's her first at bat because her dugout is going crazy over here right now.
That's also the 5th straight. Let's see, 4th straight leadoff base runner for the Bucks as they've done it in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th inning and 5th innings.
That's outstanding. That's how you get big innings going. That's why we see they've scored every inning so far in this game.
That pitch high and away to Bradshaw for ball 1. She's 2 for 3 in this game. She's got a pair of singles, a pair of runs scored, and a ground out. She'll look to do some damage here with 1 on and nobody out. That one catches the outside corner, evens the count 1-1. Lights coming on here at Andy Kirk Field in Fulton as we haven't seen the sun much today with the clouds, but starting to get a little bit darker. 1-1 pitch. Contact, dribble out
Tough
to Marler.
play.
She's going to have to pitch over to Duhan, who can't get there in time. So that'll go as a single, back-to-back singles for the Bucks. Give them 2 on and nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, once AB had to come over and field that ball, your second baseman in the field, nobody's at the bag. So it's just another one of those, not a blue hit, but not a lucky hit. But it does go down as hit. We'll have a pinch hitter for Valentine here. It will be number.
Well, her hair's blocking her number. It's going to be a little harder to tell. Looks like
they said
28
they said
28 over the loudspeaker. I don't have a 28 or a 38 on my roster for Shelton.
I thought it looked like a 3, but they don't have anybody with a 3 number. We'll find out here.
Either way, no outs. Runners on first and second. Lilly will deliver the first pitch to this batter. She swings, fouls one back into the net. She is wearing a 28. We do not have a 28 on a – well, you know what I can do? Let me look at the lineup card and see if they
Oh, I
They
have it
gave us
pulled up
one
right
there.
here. That's going to be Aaron Williams.
Okay, Williams as the pinch batter. She looks at a 0-1 count. That ball floats away on the outside, evens count 1-1.
She's listed as 26 on our roster.
Aaron Williams.
Yep.
Gotcha.
She's limited at bats this year. She's batting .333 on the season, so getting some time in for the freshman here.
Swings and a miss on a pitch on the outside. So she falls behind 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ella Lilly in the circle for ICC.
I'm not sure Coach Griffin's worried about who bats in front of Mitchell. Just as long as Mitchell gets up there and let's have a triple play, she's going to get to bat this inning again.
Absolutely. Williams shows bunt, pulls back, slaps one, but that goes foul into the net. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shelton State leading 8-4 here in the top of the 5th and looking threatening, should I say, to add to it with runners on first and second after back-to-back singles, and there's no outs in the inning. The 1-2 pitch to Williams. That one low and away, evens the count 2-all.
Indians still trying to find that first inning that they don't give up any runs so far here in the 5th. Bucks have just been efficient. 1 run the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third, and a big 4 runs last inning.
Williams looks one low and away, runs the count full, 3-2. So she has battled here against Lilly like some of the other batters and drawn a full count. No outs, runners on first and second. She shows bunt, pulls back, slaps one. This one's going to go foul back over onto the pickleball courts.
Nope, that one stayed in the party deck.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, fence caught it.
That one landed in the Jim Ingram party deck here on the right side.
She didn't quite have enough pop to get it over into the pickleball courts. Just barely caught the wall there.
Count remains full at 3-2 with no one out. Runners on first and second. Contact tried to go the same direction. The net caught that one. So big battle here between the pinch batter Williams and the relief pitcher Lilly. Umpire gets some fresh balls from the dugout.
Talking about the party decks, it's about to hit March, and a couple more Sundays, time changes. We spring forward, and these party decks will be in full force come March and April when we get into conference play with Indian fans up here watching our team play.
Full count. Fouls that one back again. So big battle here between Williams and Lilly.
And limited at bats for Williams. She sure is battling right here.
Be nice to have you out here grilling some meat from Samstown Market for us during some games, Coach.
Man, Samstown Market's got it. I'm telling you. Either that or Mr. Jim bringing us some Little Caesars pizza.
That would be great.
I'd take a combo of both.
That pitch low inside walks the bases full of Bucks for the most dangerous hitter of the day for Shelton State. This is Chloe Mitchell, the first baseman. She's 2 for 2 in this game with a triple, a single, a walk. She has 2 RBI and a run scored.
They just 28 did her job. Williams, now they've got Valentine back in, pinch running for her, so she's back in the game at first base. Yes, bases loaded with Mitchell up to bat is not where the Indians want to be.
Still no outs here in the top of the 5th. Shelton leading 8-4 and looking to blow it wide open here. Inside pitch from Lilly gets ahead of Mitchell. No balls and 1 strike. ICC really looking to find a way to get out of some damage here.
That was Lilly's first.
That ball lifted high and out of the park on the right side toward the basketball field, so 0-2 to Mitchell.
Yep, that was Ella Lilly's first walk of the day. Like I said, she's very efficient. She pounds the strike zone, but that was just a great battle with Williams, who was very patient after she got down to 0-2.
0-2 count to Mitchell. Bases full of Bucks, no outs. That one high, kind of inside a bit as she drops to her knees to make sure she stays safe. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That one's just a pitch to, don't want to hit her by no means, but you want to try and straighten her up, and she's been wearing us out center field or right field. Trying to go in on her a little bit here.
1-2 pitch. Contact deep to left.
Foul.
It's deep, but will it be fair? No, it stays. It goes foul by a good 3 to 4 feet. Had it stayed straight, it'd have been out into Stephen West territory in left field.
By far the most pulled pitch we've seen out of Mitchell. She's been, like I said,
Absolutely.
peppering us to center field, and definitely a 3-run homer in the first game that hit the right field. Fair foul pole, whichever way you want to call it. It counts as runs. They call it foul pole, but if it hits it, it's fair. So,
True.
yeah, see what we come up right here with Lily, what kind of pitch. She's still ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes, just a long foul ball.
The 1-2 pitch. Contact. This one's going to go deep to center. Dossie's going back. She's not going to get it. And that's an unfortunate for the Indians. That's going to be a 4-run homer for the Bucks. They will add to their lead here, and Mitchell will continue her hot day.
Well, anytime you're batting the max you can knock in is 4 runs, and she did it with a grand slam right there, which really just the old saying, Mama said there'd be days like this. This is kind of one of those days right now. The Indians have some learning moments and having to fight through it a little bit. Everything's been a little bit of a scuffle since that top of the 7th inning in game 1, and kudos to the Bucks. They just keep scoring. They just keep putting up runs. They keep getting the right people at the plate. Some of them not hitting as hard as you think, but they're finding ways to get on, and that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what our scorebook looks like. It's just finding ways to get on, and they're doing it. And they got the right person up there, and she is hot.
So they will start all over. Base is empty for Ty Williams, the third baseman. She's 1 for 2 on the day in this game. She's got a double with 2 RBI double, hitting to a fielder's choice, and also walked.
And we're still without an out. All 4 have reached our score there in this inning. They're 4 for 4 in the bottom of the 5th for the 4th time through for all these hitters.
Contact there. Flies that one back, foul over the right side.
We know pitchers can come back in, but it will close the book after starting this inning on Lizzie Meeks. She went 3 1/3 innings pitched, 12 hits, 8 runs, 8 earned, 2 base on balls, and 3 strikeouts in her outing for the Indians. And now we have Ella Lilly in the game.
And a swing and a miss on the outside. Lilly finds the first out with a Renaissance Bank strikeout of Williams.
Just what the Indians needed right there. Strikeout.
So bring up Watkins, the left fielder. She's 3 for 3 in the game, 3 singles. She's got an RBI and 2 runs scored. She also stole one base. Looks like ICC is going to make another Guarantee Bank call to the bullpen here. Looks like they're going to bring in number 25, Ashlyn Dabbs, freshman out of Hatley, Mississippi. Coach, you have any stats on
I do.
Dabbs
Ashlyn
here?
Dabbs this is her 3rd appearance on the season. She does not have an earned run against her so far. She is 1-0. She has 7 innings pitched, 4 hits, no base on balls, and 8 strikeouts. So she is another pitchers in our arsenal here that we can bring in that will give you a different look. As you can see, she throws with a crooked hand. She's a little left-hander. So that's always interesting to see how teams adjust to somebody throwing from the left hand after you've seen so many right-handers. But, yeah, Coach Owens put together, I know today the numbers don't look like it, but we have an excellent pitching staff that gives everybody different looks and stuff. We just ran into an offense that's, swing the bat really well, seeing the balls really well. And we knew it was going to be tough coming in, and we're going to learn from this as we go forward. But, yes, Dabbs is in the game now in the top of the 5th inning.
All right, she is going to complete her warm-up pitches and talk to the infield. She will first face Layla Watkins, the left fielder for Shelton. Home plate umpire cleans the plate off, has a short conversation with Goodman. And now Dabbs will put her mask on and get ready to go to work here in this top of the 5th inning for ICC. Dabbs gets the call from the bullpen, from the dugout.
Good experience for the freshman right here.
Swinging on the first and
Nice
pitch.
play.
Nice play by Duhan to range over toward the foul line and put away Watkins for the second out. Back-to-back outs for the Indians here in the 5th inning.
Excellent play right there by Duhan. We've seen several of those fall in today, but she was able to run that one down. That one kind of stayed up in the air a little bit longer than a few of them that fell in, but that's a tough play for second baseman. She made it look easy.
Will Banks at the plate. She looks the first one high and inside. She's 1 for 3 on the day with a pair of ground outs. Battled hard in the 4th inning and ended up with a 2 RBI single. Just look at a 1-0 count here from Dabbs. That went in for a strike, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that will close the book on Ella Lilly pitching. She went 1 inning, 3 hits, 4 runs all earned with 1 walk and 2 runs up bank strikeouts.
Late swing, chop fouls that one back towards the corner of the fence.
Those stats brought to you by Sam's Town Market, who will be open here shortly, and I'll be making some purchases. Thinking about a little pork chop. Miss Dana likes the filet. They've always got something that's new in there all the time.
The 1-2 pitch. Away for ball 2.
You a pork chop guy?
I am. I could do a good grilled pork chop every now and then. Slip it in with my New York strips and my country pleasing sausage as well.
Ooh.
2-2 pitch. Outside
Nice
corner
pitch.
Gets her looking.
Good job by Dabbs
So
coming in
Dabbs
there.
comes in, gets ICC out of the jam with 3 straight outs, and they will go to the go to the bottom of the 5th, trailing 12-4. We'll be back in just a second. Welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, here at Andy Kirk Field in Fulton, Mississippi. ICC hosting the visiting Shelton State Bucks. They find themselves down 12-4 here in the bottom of the 5th in Game 2. Shelton State able to steal Game 1 6-4 in the top of the 7th. ICC trying to steal one back here and even it up. Harper, the relief pitcher, still in the circle for the visitors from Shelton State. Umpire going over and having a word with the dugout. They may have made a change that we will look at the numbers and try to see if there was any defensive changes that we're not aware of. But Harper is still in the circle. She'll be facing Grayson Snell, the ICC shortstop. She's 0 for 2 in the game so far. She popped out to first base and struck out in her first 2 plate appearances.
Right offhand, I don't see the change defensively, but we'll keep an eye out.
And pitch outside corner, a little bit high, but called for a strike. Not sure what he could have done there, but not consistent where he was earlier, but 0-1. That one much higher and away, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Indians got it.
Pitcher waving out to her center fielder. Maybe they're trying to make some defensive adjustments.
That could be a change. That's a left-handed center fielder.
1-1 pitch. Snell swings through and misses there. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That's still going to be Bradshaw out there.
With those dark uniforms, it's hard for us to see the front numbers that are much smaller here from the ICC Alumni and Foundation broadcast booth.
I've had trouble with some of the back numbers as well. When they turn around, the hair gets in the way. And
that one away and up. Runs the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes to your leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 5th, Grayson Snell.
Indians got to have base runners. Got to score this inning and keep the game going.
Snell swings through and misses there. Gives Harper her second Renaissance Bank strikeout. Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts for Harper since she entered the game in relief.
That was actually Macy Starling batting. That was number 7, just bad. That's what they were doing to change. It wasn't a defensive change. We just had a offensive change.
Thank you.
Did
so
not
Starling,
catch on to that soon enough.
And this will be another pinch batter here as Kaylin Lynch will come in to bat in place. Oh, excuse me. It is her turn at DP. I forgot. Get confused because she caught game 1, not catching this one. So
that's right.
She's 0 for 2 in this game so far. A pop out and a ground out. She looks at second ball in a row.
Got to find some base runners, Michael. Somewhere, somehow.
Swing and a miss by Lynch there. 2 balls and a strike now. You're right, Coach. You know, they say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So if you want to cut into this lead like this, you've just got to find ways on. Draw a walk, get a hit, put people on so people behind you can drive you in. The 2-1 pitch, contact, floats it out to the right side in foul territory. Right fielder's making a run down, can't quite get there.
She had her arm out, but she just – that fence started coming up on her really quick, and it was going to be a collision if she did catch it. And I think she made a business decision, and 8-run lead I can understand because she has ran down a lot of balls in right field today. That is she's covered ground out there.
All right, so that evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. High ball that.
And that's going to be Valentine back in right field.
Right, that's what I was thinking about there.
I was trying to find it.
High ball there to Lynch that she grabs a hold of and fouls off to the left side. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. ICC trailing 12-4. Floater off the glove of the third baseman, ricocheted to the shortstop. She makes an excellent play and throws out Lynch at first.
What did I just say a while ago? Mama said there'd be days like this. You're not going to hit a ball any harder than that, and it ricochets off the third baseman to the shortstop in perfect. Right to her, and she makes the perfect throw, and you just shake your head and say, hey, that's softball.
How many times do you write down
that's
a 5-6-3 play?
See, yeah, that is softball. You just have these days and have those at bats. Yes, pinch hitter here, number 30.
This is Luke coming in to pinch hit in place of Duhan. She did bat in game 1 as a DP. Was 0 for 3 in that game. She drives one into the gap on the ground between short and third, and she reaches, gives ICC a 2-out base runner here in the bottom of the 5th.
Great job there, finding a way to get on base. And Thomas Luke, extend the game right here. All right, she's going to have a runner come in for her. Will be number 20.
Goes right back into the game as the runner
comes back.
2 outs. This brings up Zoe Goodman, the catcher. She's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk.
I've seen crazier things. If you can just extend the game, find a way to score a run right here and extend.
Pitch on the outside. Ball 1 to Goodman.
That's your motivation if you're ICC. You'd love to put up a bunch of runs, but you got to have one to keep the game going. So having those 2 extra at-bats could be huge if you can just find a way to push one across right here.
That one away from Goodman again. 2-0 count. Catcher keeping an eye on Duhan down there at first. No snap throw, but she is giving her a look and cocking that arm like she wants to throw down there. Now she goes out, have a conversation with Harper in the circle.
Yep, she's trying to tell her the same thing. You got an 8-run lead, pound this strike zone right here. They got to get a lot of hits to score a run.
Can ICC with 2 outs find one to keep the game going? Down to Zoe Goodman here. 2 outs, runner on first. 2 balls and no strikes. That one off as well. 3 straight balls from Harper. Goodman here. Will she have a green light? Will she hold off with 3-0 in the runner? Trying to keep ICC alive. That one stays away as well. So they didn't want to give her anything to work with. 4-pitch walk to Goodman. She's on for her 3rd time of this game. Duhan will advance down to second. Brings up Taylor Shands. She's 1 for 2 in this game. Has a single and a pop out. She will look to keep the game going. Runners on first and second with 2 outs here, bottom of the 5th. That ball low and away for ball 1.
Yeah, Taylor was finally able to find that barrel she's been chasing after all day. Her last at bat with a hard single up the middle. See if she can find another barrel right here and see if good things happen for the Indians. Score this run and see if we can get the merry-go-round going.
The 1-0 pitch. She swings,
Yes.
lifts this one out to left field. It's going to go, and it's out. 3-run homer from Taylor Shands. You called it, Coach, looking to get that barrel on the bat, and she does. Drives it deep out to left field, brings in 3 runs. ICC cuts the lead 12-6.
You know, 2 quick outs, but we've seen it all season, Michael. These Indians, we see it in all sports, but softball this year, they don't quit. They just stay in it, they stay in it, they stay in it. People say there's no way to get back in it. Hey, all you want's a chance. And this team has not had a lot of things go their way today since that top of the 7th inning. It's kind of been a struggle since then. We all seen it. Hey, that's life. You learn life lessons playing sports, and they just learned one right there. Keep fighting. Give yourself a chance right here because you're going to get to play defense again in the top of the 6th inning now. You guaranteed yourself this game's extended, and, hey, Dossie's been on base a lot. Can she get on again from the hot top of the lineup we've had so far today?
She is 2 for 2, takes the first pitch for a strike. Watch that one float out for a ball to even the count. So, correct myself, the score now goes 12-7, not 12-6 as I initially said. So 12-7 in favor of Shelton. ICC avoids the run rule there. Dossie makes contact, slices that one into the left field fence.
The other thing I like about this Indian lineup is you got Taylor Shands batting in the 8th spot there that hit 10 home runs as a freshman last year. She got off to a little bit of a slow start this year, but these last couple of weeks she's had better and better at bats, and we've seen her home run totals go up again just like we expected.
Swing and a miss on the outside for Dossie. She goes down swinging. 3rd Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game for Harper, but ICC with the 3-run home run from Shands cuts in the lead, keeps the game going. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the 6th. Welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you in here to Andy Kirk Field in Fulton. We thank you for watching these 2 games between ICC Indians and the Shelton State Bucks. ICC cuts in the lead there with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 5th, keeps the game going. Shelton State up 12-7. They will bring up Marley McWilliams. She started the game as the pitcher. Still in the game, so we assume that she has switched to a DP role at this point. She looks at strike 1 from Ashlyn Dabbs in relief for ICC. That pitch floats high for ball 1.
This game has been a mystery for the Indians, but we're still searching for that 0. Can we put up a 0 on the board in the top half? Have not done that so far, but you got 7, 8, 9. Dabbs got out of that last inning. Let's see what she can do.
Gets underneath that one, fouls it back over the stands.
One of the main things we talked about, Michael, you brought up several times, is after we got the leadoff hitter of the game, every inning so far, they've got the leadoff batter on. 4 in a row going into this. So 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th inning, as soon as the first batter comes up, we've had somebody on. We've been in defense a lot today, to say pitchers and our defense, because of them having the leadoff runner on. And that is successful for offensive teams when you can do that.
That pitch away for ball 2. You're right, Coach. ICC looking to get a leadoff out here in the 6th. Dabbs facing McWilliams. 0 for 3 on the day. Excuse me. 1 for 3 on the day. Ooh, that one's going to catch her.
We didn't have many of those today, so everybody oohed because it caught her right in the backside, I think.
Between those shoulder blades, I believe. The
Man.
way she's pulling back with the shoulders, trying to walk that one off.
That was a.
So, unfortunately, we just talked about it. Different way, but Shelton State finds a way for the 5th inning in a row to get a leadoff base runner. So McWilliams will stand down at first. This will bring up Landrum, the catcher. She's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. A run scored and an RBI. She also struck out her last time at bat. She looks at strike 1 here in the top of the 6th inning.
Nice pitch.
Not sure that the umpire agreed with you, so he calls that ball 1. Some in the crowd very vocally disagreeing as well. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a foul tip back into the netting.
Very animated crowd. I like it. Our students are out here supporting these ladies. They're playing hard. They're fighting. It's not been the easiest day for our Indians, but, you know, they're always grinding. They're never going to quit. I like to hear the people cheering them on.
So Dabbs prepares for the 1-2 pitch. That one drifts high, ball 2. Yeah, we've had a great mixture of family, friends, students, alumni, and former coaches. We had Mr. John Crewball out for game 1. Paul and Brenda Johnson here. That one connected, lifted high.
Long run
Center
for
fielder
Dossie.
runs in. She makes it. She has continued to look impressive in center field for these Indians in both games today.
I don't know if she's wearing one of those watches things that do your steps, but she has got her steps in center field, man. She has covered some ground.
She's covered it back, forward, left, right, all over. This brings up, well,
This will be Harper that hit in the last inning.
That's
we
right.
believe it was
Harper.
her first at bat of the year, the way they reacted.
She got a single and was driven in as part of that home run from Mitchell. So she got a single and scored a run in the 5th. She gets strike 1 there to lead off this plate appearance. Dabbs goes inside on her for that one and gets ahead of her 0-2.
And for Coach Griffin and the Bucks, this is a good situation, saying this is Harper's second at bat. You never know when this situation might come up again, you know, in conference play where she does have to bat.
That one gets her looking on the outside corner. So 3 straight strikes gives Dabbs her second Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day.
Good job pounding that strike zone. Coach Owens going to go out there, have a little breather, talk about what's going on right here for the freshman as she's new to this situation in college. You know, still in our first 20 games of the season, hadn't got to conference. It's a good time to talk about it. Hey, leadoff's coming up. They might get the runner in motion right here because we throw her out. You lead off, you know, Bradshaw gets the lead off the 7th inning and stuff. So they're just talking it out, and I like seeing this. The game's never over. You just keep – there's always something to work on, and that's what we're doing right here. There's 2 quick outs. Let's see if Dabbs can get back in there lefty on lefty right here.
Bradshaw's 3 for 4 on the day, singles in the 2nd, 4th, and the 5th, and she scored runs in all 3 innings.
That's pretty good success when your leadoff's already scored 3 runs.
That pitch from Dabbs on the outside for ball 1. This is Bradshaw at the plate. 2 outs, runner on first for Shelton State. They lead 12-7 in the top of the 6th inning here in game 2. Fouls that one back off of Goodman and then into the net. Moves the count 1-1. They're going to give a second there for Goodman to walk that one off.
Not sure if that might have caught her hand or
caught something because it ricocheted off of her and then into the net.
Mm-hmm.
And now the Shelton State coach talking to the home plate umpire. He's going to go out and confer with the infield umpire about something.
It could be anything from something that coaches are seeing from the side with the pitcher to he called a safe. I'm not exactly sure what that – either that meant they didn't see it or nothing's going on. I don't know exactly what she was asking about. But
yeah, nothing shown to either coach or anything. So we'll reset 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs to Bradshaw. Runner on first is McWilliams. She was hit by a pitch to start the inning. That pitch away for ball 2.
Kudos to Dabbs coming here as a freshman. You know, this is our 3rd pitcher of the day, and she's pounding the zone and giving us a chance right here. Hopefully get our first 0 of the day in a inning column.
Bradshaw lifts that one out to center, and there, look who's there again.
And she does get the 0.
Dawsey charging in on that one, gets the out, and ICC doesn't allow any runs, puts the 0 on the board for the first time. They'll move to the bottom of the 6th, look to cut further into this lead. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Your ICC Indians come to the plate. They cut into the lead in the bottom of the 5th with a 3-run homer from Taylor Shands. Going to look to cut into it further here. This brings up Victoria Fields. She takes ball 1 high and away. Harper in the circle in relief for Shelton State. Fields 2 for 3 on the day, a single, a double, a pair of runs scored. Looking to add to that here. Makes good contact, but cuts that one back foul.
Yeah, I think she nipped the catcher's mitt on that swing. That was not a typical swing. I don't know if he's going to be able to see it. The umpire should have got that. I heard it. I saw it. Dunk, dunk. She caught the mitt, which would be catcher's interference.
And he's not gonna give it to her.
And that catcher's feeling it too. She's got her mitt off right now because I don't even know where her glove is. There it is. She had it between her knees, yeah, because she got it because that probably stung a few fingers right there.
So don't get the catcher's interference call. Count goes to 1-1 against Fields. Pitch on the outside corner, in for a strike. So she's now behind 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Just got to keep getting base runners. Keep getting base runners. You got 6 outs to play with right here. Down 5 runs.
Fields arches that one in the dirt, rolls behind Landrum, but no Indians on the bases, no damage is done. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Bottom of the 6th, ICC trailing 12-7 to Shelton.
Fields out of Kossuth, off to an outstanding freshman season for the Indians.
Watches one on the outside corner. Close pitch, but called ball 3.
That ball has been called a strike in this game, but Indians will take it right here. She got a battle 3-2. That might have been a little makeup for not missing the tip mitt on that one.
So a full count pitch here from Harper to Fields. That one drifts high. Gives her the full count walk. ICC has a leadoff base runner in the 6th inning.
As we saw in game 1, anything can happen. Anything can happen. You can score a lot of runs really quick if you can get some walks, some errors, different things mixed in.
Partlow at the plate. She watches one to the outside corner for strike 1. She's 0 for 2 on the day, a walk and a sacrifice bunt. She did reach on a drop 3rd strike in the 3rd inning and later scored on that. So the 0-1 count to Partlow. That one away for ball 1. Partlow, another freshman here, making an impact early in the year on this team. Local here out of Itawamba Agricultural High School.
Oh, yeah. Scarlett used to come to all of our camps when I was still coaching here since she was young. The Bugs are electing to let their shortstop cover the base for the stolen base attempt. She's leaving the 6 hole open for the slapper.
That one catches the outside corner that the first pitch did. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Partlow.
That ball looked a little up from here, but the Bucks got the call. She's going to have to battle right here. Infield playing way in, and Skylar's a slapper, but she's more of a power slapper. She'll hit the ball through them.
Swings and misses on the third for the third strike. Gives Harper her 4th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day.
Number 19, A.B. Marler.
So here comes A.B. Marler, ICC's power hitter. She already has a 3-run home run in this game. She pairs that with a single and a total of 4 RBI. She watches a ball inside for ball 1.
This will be, yeah, A.B. faced her last time that she batted, didn't she? That was the first. I thought this was her first at bat against her, but she faced her in the 4th inning, into that inning for the Indians.
The 1-0 pitch gets underneath this one, unfortunately pops it right to the third baseman, and Marler down on 2 pitches. ICC quickly down 2 outs here after getting the leadoff walk.
Grayson, Snell.
This will be Snell coming back after Starling had an at bat last inning.
Yeah, Starling batted for her. Snell back in now. 2 outs, runner on first for ICC in the bottom of the 6th. That ball on the inside corner for strike 1. ICC trailing here in game 2, 12-7. Shelton State able to sneak one and steal one in the first game, grabbing a lead in the top of the 7th. ICC trying to come back and still grab one here. Snell makes contact. This is going to loop out into center field, and a good ranging play by the center fielder, Bradshaw. Couldn't spit out my name there, and that will get the 3rd out. ICC can't do anything with the leadoff walk. We'll go to the 7th. ICC trailing 12-7. Welcome back, fans. We move to the top of the 7th inning. Shelton State up 12-7 over ICC. Looking to add to that here in the last inning of the game. ICC going to try to get a 1-2-3 top of the 7th and try to put some runs back up themselves. There's pitch 1 in for a strike. This should be Valentine, the DP. I think she's come back in.
She is.
Williams batted for her and drew a walk, but Valentine came back in to run the last plate appearance. That one low and away for ball 1. Valentine was 0 for 3, including a fielder's choice when she was lifted earlier. The 1-1 pitch. That one low and away for ball 2. This is Dabbs in the circle for ICC. 3rd pitcher of this game. So she is in relief. She's got 2 Renaissance Bank strikeouts, hasn't walked anyone. That pitch stays low as well. So now, after getting first pitch strike, she's now 3-1 to Valentine.
Yep. Freshman just got to regroup right here, try to go get this leadoff hitter, because we talked about what they've had 5 innings in a row leadoff hitter's been on.
That one's going to lift out to right field. Duhan ranging back into shallow right and makes another good play in that area. She has been key to ICC and throughout the day of both games in getting some of those outs. And
we needed that out because you see who's coming up. Mitchell's coming up, and she's going to have to face a different pitcher this time. It's going to be number 15. That's going to be Laney Wheeler coming into the game.
So this call to the bullpen brought to you by Guarantee Bank in Fulton. Laney Wheeler, number 15, comes in. Coach, you have some stats on Elaine?
I do. The freshman comes in with a 0 ERA. She's 1-0 on the season. This will be her third appearance. She has 9.1 innings pitched. She has only given up 4 hits, 2 runs, none of them earned, 1 base on balls, and 10 strikeouts on the young season. So good stats for the freshman coming in here, and she's going to have her work cut out for her. She's going to face I call the hitter of the day. Mitchell has had an outstanding day, and she is up to
She has been
6 RBIs this game.
She's been an Indian killer in both games. This game alone, she has a triple, a single, a walk, and a grand slam. And as you said, Coach, she had 6 RBI in this game, including 2 runs scored on her own.
And she was 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs in the first game with a home run and a double.
I dare say her stats will look a little more impressive after today.
And they are impressive to begin with, so they're really going to jump up. I think she might get a nomination for Player of the Week over in Alabama just for what she's done today. And that's what Coach Griffin's hoping to get out of her sophomore for the whole year. And somebody on the next level is going to get an impressive corner infielder that can swing the bat right here. But, hey, the one thing you want, she's batting with the bases empty. We wish she was batting with the bases empty all day, but hasn't always worked out that way for us. But Wheeler's in the circle right here. Good experience for the freshman to come in, shut the door, and see if the Indians can get those 5 in the bottom of the 7th inning, those 5 runs to tie the game. Just hold them where they're at, put up another 0.
So the 1 out, first pitch to Mitchell. In the inside corner, first pitch for Wheeler is a strike.
That's what you like to see. Come out, pound that zone.
And to give a little more credit for Mitchell, she has often been behind on the count and still been able to work great hits. That's a floater that stays in the other batter's box, evens the count, 1 ball on 1 strike.
Yes, you're exactly right. She has been behind. She's had 2 strikes on her a lot of times and got those hits. She's just been finding barrels all day.
The 1-1 pitch. That one comes inside, but catches the corner for strike 2.
This is where we thought we've had her all day. I guess what they call it, fool's gold.
Oh, it could be, yeah.
And then she just finds a barrel, So
we'll see if Wheeler can find something different. The 1-2 pitch.
Yes, sir.
Inside on that corner once again. She doesn't like it, looks at the umpire, doesn't say anything. But the strikeout of Mitchell gives Wheeler her first Renaissance Bank strikeout of this afternoon.
I'm going to say Coach Owen's been trying to pitch her there inside all day and hasn't really been able to get to that point because he came out excited about that strikeout and us getting the ball inside on her.
So 2 outs. This is going to bring up Ty Williams, the third baseman. She swings on the first pitch, drives it deep foul. Left fielder Fields is going to try to go over, but that's going to land out near the water boxes out there and beyond left field. So 0-1 count to Williams. She's got a walk, a fielder's choice, a 2 RBI double, and a run scored. She also struck out her last at bat. There's a floater, stays outside. Wheeler's kind of maybe trying to get that same kind of pitch we saw out of McWilliams earlier, just not landing it quite as successfully as McWilliams did. So that'll be a 1 ball, 1 strike count here to Williams. CC trying to get this third out of the 7th inning. That one lifts high, 2-1 now. ICC trying to find its last out of the game here. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there. Gets to 2-2.
Unofficial stats I have for Ashlyn Dabbs, who was pitching previous to Wheeler. She went 2 innings, no hits, no runs, none earned, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. And she put up the only 0 on the scoreboard defensively for the Indians today.
Slow floater. Williams tries to hold off and tattoo that one, but all she can do is lift it foul into the netting. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Shelton leading 12-7. ICC looking to close out Shelton's batting opportunities and get their own last shot to tie this game up. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and gets her back-to-back strikeouts for Wheeler. ICC closes down Shelton's opportunities. We'll come back with ICC's last chance to try to tie up or win this game in the bottom of the 7th. All right, welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We move to the bottom of the 7th. ICC trailing Shelton State 12-7. Their last opportunity here to try to get something. Before we get started, Coach, I believe you have an update on baseball.
I do. Your ICC Indians are winning 12-7 against Northeast at Northwest in a triple-header. They're in the top of the 7th inning. Indians trying to hold on there to get a win against star rivals from up the road in Boonville.
All right, wishing them luck. ICC will bring the 5, 6, 7 batters to the plate. Lynch, Duhan, and Goodman. Lynch looks at strike 1 on the inside. She's 0 for 3 in this game. There's a pop-up and a pair of groundouts. Trying to overcome that and keep ICC going. They need base runners, and she needs to find a way on. The 0-1 pitch. That one drifts high, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. This is Harper in the circle for Shelton. She came in relief of McWilliams. She's had decent success so far. 1-1 pitch. That one on that inside corner runs it to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just like you said, Michael, we got to have base runners and got to have a lot of them. Starts right now. The more base runners with the least number of outs you can get, the more pressure you can put on Shelton State.
Contact. That one deep to the left field. Back to the warning track and catching it, bouncing backwards, is your left fielder, Watkins, for the first out of the 7th inning.
That ball was hit well, too. Just didn't carry enough to get up over her head.
This brings to the plate Ella Duhan. She's 0 for 2. Fly out and a strikeout. She was pinch hit for and then brought back in to pinch run. She did score as part of the 3-run homer by Shands in the 5th. Right up the middle. Harper bounces it, tries to get up. She throws low. That should not be an out, and she is safe. That ball was on the ground. First baseman tried to scoop it up but did not get it cleanly. So I'm gonna call that an E1, Coach. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna say E1 on that. She did a good job just knocking it down instead of throwing overhand. She did it underhand, and the first baseman tried to scoop it, but
yeah, I think the error is more on the throw than the fielding because she knocked it down, she got it up, and she just rolled it on the ground rather than getting it in the air.
Yep.
A good throw would have gotten Duhan. Looks like Coach wants an explanation.
I have that down as our first error of the game, too. Been a clean game with a lot of runs. And
umpires will confer.
But defense, both teams have played well, yep.
Home plate umpire sustains. Is that the right word? Sustains the call.
Sustains, upholds.
Upholds. That's
like
the word I'm looking for. Uphold. This isn't court.
One of those.
So upholds the call. Either way, with 1 out, we have Duhan standing at first base. And Zoe Goodman coming to the plate here. She's 1 for 1 with a single and 2 walks and has a run scored. She takes ball 1. Goodman looking to keep ICC alive here. Opportunity to find a way on base. She's done it 3 times so far in this game. Can she make it a 4th? Put some base runners in front of Taylor Shands, who hit a big 3-run homer in the 5th. The 1-0 pitch, contact back into the netting. Good job by Coach Kirk to reach out and grab that one. Protect all of you watching at home.
I was saving this camera right here. Between me and the net, we don't let much get by us.
Y'all are a good tag team there. And Mr. Gore appreciates you protecting the camera for sure. 1-1 count here. That floater in there, pretty pitch for strike 2.
That was a nice pitch. Good change of pace. I tell you, Harper has done a good job since she's come in the game. She did give up the home run, but she's giving them a chance.
1-2 pitch to Goodman. Contact, flies this one high. Third baseman's going to try to go make a play, and she gets it running into the net there. So that's going to be out number 2. ICC down to their last at bat.
Batting number 17, Taylor Shan.
Brings up Taylor Shands, your third baseman. She's 2 for 3 in this game, a single and a 3-run homer in the 5th, which kept the game going, avoided the run rule. See what she can do here with 2 outs and a runner on first. Looks at the first ball low for ball 1.
Yeah, Taylor found that barrel we've been looking for it last time against Harper, and facing her again right here. So who wins this matchup?
1-0 count here to Shands. Duhan standing at first. That one way inside. Good job of Landrum, trying to frame that one and help her pitcher, but can't quite get the call. 2 balls and no strikes. Taylor gets this one, fouls it back into the netting. 2-1 goes the count.
She had a good swing at that one as well.
You got to wonder if Harper's not trying to work away from her, not give her anything to get a hold of like she did the last time they faced each other. 2-1 pitch. Ball gets over the head of the catcher, and Duhan will scamper down to second.
Good job by Duhan to move up to second base, get in the scoring position, and not have that force there to make that easy play for the infielders. Now at least they got to throw it across, so puts a little bit more pressure on them. Just got to keep finding base runners right here. Good pitch to hit.
3-1 pitch. She makes contact, lifts it out to left. Left fielder is going to go back to the warning track, to the wall, and she will haul it in, and that will end the game. ICC goes down in game 2 by a score of 12-7 to the visiting Shelton State Bucks. We'll take a quick break and come back with your Renaissance Bank post-game report. Welcome back inside the ICC Alumni Association broadcast booth to your Renaissance Bank post-game report here. ICC unfortunately drops a pair of games to the visiting Shelton State Buccaneers, losing the first game by a score of 6-4 and the second game 12-7. Coach Andy Kirk, your thoughts on game 2 and the whole afternoon between these two hard-fought teams?
Yeah, it was a tough day for the Indians. You know, started out really well. First 6 innings of game 1, we're sitting there thinking we're kind of cruising through it. 2 good teams going at it. We're up 4-1, and then 5-run top of the 7th was tough in game 1. And somehow it happens. It carried over into game 2 a little bit, where we got the leadoff hitter off to start the game, but then they went 5 straight innings getting the leadoff on and stuff against us, and they scored every inning until our 2 freshmen. Kudos to those coming in, Dabbs and Wheeler, and I'll do some stats here in a second on them, but of not giving up, putting up 2 zeros there at the end. So that's something to build on for Coach right there. It's some learning moments. first time our Indians have gone down 2 games. They came in with 17-1 record. Now we're at 17-3.
We moved to 17-3. Shelton
Yep.
moves to 9-5.
9-5, and we knew they were a good team. We knew we'd see good pitching and have to make adjustments. And I like the fight, as always, from the Indians. They did not give up. We had chances there at the end to really make it close and get back in it, but things to talk about, things to practice, as we are still about 10 days away from our first conference game, a week from Saturday with Gulf Coast, and we have another tough Wallace State team be coming in here next Thursday for a doubleheader, and a lot to work on. But, you know, I think many coaches in the nation would take 17 wins in their first 20 games. I mean, it is
Absolutely.
outstanding and stuff. But you want to go through some stats here?
Yes, sir. If you will, provide us the Samstown Market post-game stats.
All right. We'll go through line score here. Shelton State opened up the game in the first inning with scoring a run, and your Indians matched that in the bottom of the first inning. Then Shelton came back with 2 in the top, and we did not scratch there. Shelton got that 1 in the bottom of the third, and we got the big 3-run home run from A.B. Marley to tie the game 4-4. And the Indians had a lot of momentum, but were not able to sustain it as we got into the next inning and gave up 4 runs in the top of that fourth, which was some good hitting by the Bucks. They were able to get the right people up there with the people on base, and they got the hits. Indians didn't score in the bottom of the fourth, went to the top of the fifth, and the Bucks put up another 4 spot, and that was due to Miss Mitchell, the first baseman, hitting a grand slam right there, and that was kind of a big blow. You think the game's probably going to end right there. They're up 12-4, but no, your Indians fight back, get a big 3-run home run from Taylor Shands. They got some momentum, but then go out there with those 2 freshmen talk about put up zeros for us, the first 2 zeros in the top of the 6th, top of the 7th, but your Indians are not able to scratch any runs across in the bottom of the 6th or the 7th. So final line score for Shelton is 12 runs scored on 15 hits, 1 error, 4 left on base. For your ICC Indians, they had 7 runs on 10 hits, no errors, and 6 left on base. As you said, ICC drops to 17-3. Shelton increases their victories to 9-5. On the pitching part, we had Lizzie Meeks will have the loss today. That'll be her first loss on the season. She'll drop to 6-1 record. She went 3 1/3 with 12 hits, 8 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Your winning pitcher will be McWilliams. She goes to 4-0. She went 3 1/3. She had 8 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Their pitchers only walked 2 the whole game, which, as we said, once we got behind, we needed some help somehow, some way, with some walks, hit by batters, errors, whatever. The Bucks did not make an error until that last inning. So it's hard to come back just by hitting the ball at all. And quality team there with the Bucks, and you say kudos to them, good luck to them the rest of the season. Hope they do what they want to do in their conference. We know we're going to do what we're going to do in our conference. It's just one of those days. We just chalk it up. We get better. We learn from it, and we come back ready to play our next time out.
Absolutely. Thank you for those Samstown Market post-game stats, Coach. This team will be back in action this Saturday and on the road at Calhoun Community College with the 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock first pitches there. You can check letsgoicc.com and Let's Go ICC on all your favorite social media to see how you can watch that game. And then they'll be back home next Thursday, March 5th, versus Wallace State with a 2 o'clock first pitch. You can watch that right here on letsgoicctv.com. So thank you to everyone who tuned in today to watch these 2 matches. Thank you to all our sports information staff, Cal Brown working multiple things today, Casey Smith taking photos that you can see at iccimages.com, Coach Andy Kirk as well here in the booth with me. Thank you. Have a great afternoon, and as always, Roll Tribe.